Thanks, David. I also want to thank Ian for attending this webinar and sharing this hour with all the boys in the regional program. So, and a big thanks to all of you boys attending. As David introduced, we have also a guest. Then you will see the reason why we invite him, which is Ethan. And it fall a little bit in the objective of tonight, which I will cover a little bit in detail soon. I wanna, boys, first of all, this is the best way that we can connect right now. I know there is a very strange time, so I wanna make sure we wanna also be with you and make sure that you are all safe and your family. So we wish that all of you are in a good spirit. Many times, me personally, I think a lot of you, at the young age, what's going on and the social life that is very important. Is important. I mean, it's important for us that we are adults, which as you get older, you become more, spending more time for yourself. You don't even if you like and you need the social interact with other people, but you are mature enough to handle situation by yourself. But when you're young, if I remember when I was at your age, the first thing I wake up in the morning, and I'm not saying they should have been that way, but I wasn't thinking about school. I was thinking go to school to see my friends. So there is a big void in your life, So even an hour spending this way, I hope then, then make you, reconnected a little bit. And also thinking that the future, because there is a lot of uncertainty, when we can go back playing soccer, or when can we go back see my friends at school or at the park or area. So as now, nobody can give you a definite answer the exact day, but as every day pass, that day that we will go back to normal, because we will go back to normal, is gonna come, So every day that pass, we always get closer. So you've been strong so far, and with the help obviously of your family, of your brothers and sister, cousin, whoever helps you. But we will go back. Will go back to see your friends, and you will also go back to the PDP, which is what we are here tonight for. Also, and now I want to spend a few words about Ethan. First of all, Ethan, thank you very much to coming on. Ethan, I think is 2004, so 16 years old almost, and I think he's been in PDP for 17 years. No, just kidding, but and Ethan, for me, every player that I come across, they always have a special place in my heart. They always have something that I can remember, some more, some less. But of Ethan is definitely a special boy. For those of you that don't know Ethan or never came across, Ethan is the typical player that has a heart like a lion. Some obviously all of you, Ethan included, have some talent, because otherwise you will not be in PDP, you will not be doing what you're doing. But talent take you so far. And then some have more talent, some has a little less talent, but that's a, and Ethan always to me represent, beside the talent that he had, the determination and the what we call the personality, which many times we introduce, the four area. The, there was like an adult in the body of a boy. So we thought when we were discussing this webinar, who should we take as an ambassador, and we're still currently in PDP, which can relate a lot of you that are in PDP, and with a very positive and a role model message. And we couldn't think of anyone better than Ethan. You will see why through what he has done, through some video that he created and posted on his own, and then whatever question you will have for him, and I hope that you really take advantage of that. And in closing, tonight, let's make it then. We will also want to hear from you that you are attending the webinar. We want to hear, obviously not from all of you because we have 120, 200, but some of you that maybe you can also share some of your story, and to help, or for someone else. Okay. So with that said, let's start in. If you want to edit anything.
Sure. Thanks so much, Paulo, and thanks, David and Ethan. Thanks for being on. Hello, everyone. We miss you. First of all, we miss being on the field. And like Paulo was saying, this is difficult times, we know, for everyone. So hang in there. We wanted to have an opportunity to send our support and a message of strength and just to stay positive and keep going. You're all still representing PDP, of course. So the same messages we've always said about you kind of being the ambassadors of the sport in Northern California at your age, to continue to be that kind of role model in your own setting too, where you're working on your own and staying focused on your goals and hopefully being really good at home. Hopefully yesterday was an all-day Mother's Day for you really treated your moms and spoiled them. And so we thought it would be good for us, as Paulo mentioned, to try to get together the best we could with all of you, give a few examples of some ideas you guys could maybe be doing on your own, hear from you a little bit as well. Definitely give the message from Ethan as well, which I'll get more into here in a little bit. And then we want to open it up for some questions towards the end also. So you might have some questions and we'll have some questions for you as well. So what we want to start with, we're going to start with just a little bit of a highlight video, the part that we all miss and where we wish we were all going to be as soon as possible, just so we can all take ourselves back to the field here for a moment. So should we go to that, David?
Yeah. Enjoy it, boys.
Yep. I think you're on mute, David, if that matters.
Thumbs up, you can see my screen, Ian?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also volume down. Yeah. Now the volume is gone again, David.
So everyone knows this was a summary. So those are our state teams. There's Ethan right there, actually. See Ethan, yeah. And we have our state camps where we get to play against professional clubs and also some older club teams. And we start that with the camp. And then we also have the regional play date. I think you'll see a little bit of, which I'm sure some of you have already been to. and some still aspiring to get there in the next year or so. This is when we were in Sweden. That was the U17 team, and we beat some professional teams there. It was an amazing experience at the Gothia Cup, and the girls have won it before, getting to the finals again. We're able to watch professional games, and it starts here at the regional level again.
I'll skip this a little bit, Ian.
Yep.
This is like for the girls, the boys. There's some cool highlights here. Maybe you can tell them.
Oh yeah, you guys
Boys.
we host a Japanese team every year, and then
No, for the
this
boys.
is a game we played against the Earthquakes, actually, of the same age group, and we did really well in that game. I think you were there, Ethan. Were you there?
I broke my leg.
Oh, that's right. Shucks, that's right. Because it was your age group. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we had a lot of success in that game. I think we surprised them.
Yeah.
And we wanted to show you this because this is what all of you will be looking forward to as you graduate out of the regional level. I think that's good, David. These will be inner squad. What was that? Oh, you're getting to a caller's goal there? Playing against Sac Republic. Lights went out for a moment, but he could still see the goal. So that first touch, Alex Akala, it's 2005, playing with 03s and 04s, playing up 2 age groups. I could watch that goal 100 times. So that first touch. So yeah, obviously we all miss the field. We want to get there. So I think we're gonna make the most of it, and just wanted to review a little bit of what one of our regional alumni is doing right now. I think Paulo gave a great summary of Ethan, and you know, he always has a ball at his feet everywhere he goes. He's definitely this seems to be this adult inside of his body where he's matured in so many ways, and he's so passionate about the game that it really starts to rub off on everyone around him. And you know, if we talk about the T2P2, which we mentioned to a lot of you at the regional level, of what we're looking at when we're evaluating and what qualities we see in each of you, and that's the technical, and then also the tactical piece. That's your decision making, reading of the game, and then the personality piece, and also the physical piece. Just keep that in mind, even when we show this with Ethan, because you can already see he's check marking quite a few of those. The tactical piece, obviously, without defenders or a game, it's very challenging, and you can watch the game or read about the game, but that part's a challenge. But especially the technique. So during this time that you can train your technique. The personality piece, you can see that he's really taking a lot of responsibility for his own development and very motivated. And then the physical piece as well, he has some in there as well. So, so Ethan, if we just get started for everyone here with you, can you tell us a little bit about when you started with PDP, your first years, and a little bit of what that's meant to you up to this point?
Yep. So I think I started with PDP about 5 years ago. So I'd probably be around like U11, I think. And obviously PDP has meant so much to me. I look forward to every single PDP training that we have. And it's really pushed me to become a much better soccer player. playing in different positions and with different players that I'm not familiar with, kind of in a different situation that I'm used to. So it pushes me to challenge myself to be in a different situation and be better in different places. But really, the main thing that PDP has done for me is it has made me so much more passionate for the game. Whether it's the players, I can see how much it means to them coming from all around the state to come and play, and how they put everything out on the field. And having to compete for a spot has really made me even more motivated at PDP. But then it's most important to be motivated with your team and at home, because that's where you're going to get better to make the team in PDP in the next training. And then also the coaches have really made me so much more passionate about the game, because I see how important soccer is to them, and how it's basically how it's their lives for them and how much they love it. And it's rubbed off on me a ton to see them so happy and loving the game so much, and trying to help kids and players in the soccer community to make it better as a whole thing. And they've helped me so much individually as a player, but then just me as a person to also help others with becoming more passionate with soccer, and just my whole community becoming more passionate with soccer too.
Outstanding. Wow, some great words of advice there too. Can you tell a little bit more, and excuse me, maybe I should have started with this, but exactly how old you are and what club you were with when you first started in PDP, and what club you're with now, and maybe even what position you play?
Yep. So I'm in 04, and I just turned 2004, and I just turned 16 years old. When I started PDP, I was at Mill Valley Soccer Club, which is kind of like a small club for younger kids where I'm from. And then as I got older, I went to Maroon FC, and I play on the 2003 team there right now. And then also I play center mid, but at PDP I've learned to play other positions, like I play outside back a lot at PDP too.
Okay,
I
great.
have a question, Ian.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I mean, Ethan, um, can you share with us, because how tall are you now?
I am 5'1" right now.
You grew how many inches in the last 4 or 5 months?
Maybe about an inch.
Maybe a little bit more, because last time. But anyway, you've been. I always call you the smallest 2004 United States, or maybe the biggest 2010 in United States.
Exactly.
So can you share with because obviously the physical part in the game is, it can be intimidating, right? When you go, you have, it can be biological, it can be like 4 or 5 years different on the physical side, when maybe there is only 1 year difference in the chronological, just 1 year older. But if you're small and the other, and then the next player is well mature. So how have you dealt with that mentally, and also what do you think the part of the game that help you to deal with that as well?
Yeah. Well, obviously, since I'm young, I've always been small. And I guess it's really helped me technically and tactically, and on my personality level too, because I have to be kind of louder than other players to get on the ball, or to kind of communicate to my defenders to tell them where to go, and which way to force. And then also technically, because I need to have my touch much better so that I can play a lot faster, so the defenders can't close me down. And just I have to be a lot cleaner on the ball. And then tactically, I have to be able to find space and kind of calculate how much time I have before the defender closes me down, because I know I can't outrun them or outbody them. So I have to figure out how much space and time to get and which space to find, so that I can keep the ball and keep the ball moving for my team and help my team. And then mentally, so I'm pretty lucky because it's kind of interesting. My brother is like, has been one of the biggest kids for his age his whole life. He's like 6'1" now, and only 2 years older than me. And so I've been lucky enough to be able to play with my brother Justin forever. And I guess one of the reasons I'm not scared to go against bigger players is because I've been competing with Justin my whole life, and usually, or all the time, getting destroyed by him. But still, I get to improve a lot from it and learn how to do all these things technically, tactically, and on my personality level, but also mentally not be afraid of the bigger players anymore.
So we can say that you embrace the challenge and you turn adversity into positive. Can we say that?
So I think David referenced earlier Matteo Carbone in another panelist PDP video, and he talked about it, how it's an advantage. And I actually have this conversation with my family all the time. I think it's a huge advantage to be small, because even in the moment, like I am able to move my feet a lot quicker. I'm able to be more coordinated on the ball. And everything has advantages and disadvantages. And if you look at the advantages, then you have no excuses and you'll do a lot better and be better for the future as well when you grow.
Very good. Very good.
Great outlook. And we've continued to play you up in age group as well, right, Ethan? So we do a double challenge on you. So you're already smaller than some of the players in your age group, and then we push you up as well. So
yeah,
outstanding. So can you tell us a little bit about, you've got a video series out, and we can show it in the background to hear a little bit, but can you tell us how many videos you've done and kind of what have been your thoughts behind putting these out?
Of course. I think I've done 8 videos now, and I just wanted to put it out to kind of help other kids and younger players in my community, and I guess in the state in general. And I don't know, I've learned a lot from, like I said earlier, the coaches at PDP, how they do so much for me and are willing to go anywhere to coach and to help me on an individual level with coaching and with me as a person as well. So I thought it's a perfect time during the quarantine to give back because I have so much time to do it. And so I've done a bunch of videos. I've done a few on juggling, a few on dribbling, and playing against the wall, and some speed ladder stuff, quickness and agility stuff too. And I think that it's just a great way to get kids out, anybody really, to take these drills. Anybody can do these drills. I do these drills all the time today. It's kind of like a daily habit for me.
Nice.
And you can do these drills and it really helps improve all your technique. And the harder you work, the better you'll be, technically, and just your personality in general and mentality. If you work harder, you'll be mentally stronger than your opponents. And I just think I love to do these drills, and I hope that the people that watch these can do them and have joy from watching them and learn from them as well. So I guess what I want to get from these videos is to help younger kids, or just anybody, learn from them how some techniques in soccer and some drills to do, but also to just increase and improve their passion for the game and how much joy they get from playing every day.
Oh, it's a great message. I love it. Well, you're setting yourself up to maybe be a coach too here, Ethan. So,
I would say so, Yen.
I would love to one day.
You're going to keep us sharp too.
When we're looking for coaches for PDP, definitely you're going to be on top of the list.
Yeah.
I want to take a second, David.
Yeah.
I would like also, if any of the boys attending this webinar can raise their hands if they are doing something, which we hope all of you are doing something on your own with the ball, and if they're willing to share with us a little bit, just we give the mic a couple minutes. So you wanna
Yeah, there's
maybe
a bunch of hands going up, tons of hands going up. So do you want me just to pick random one or?
yeah, just one or two, Onion. Do you?
Yeah,
You're
I think
okay,
it's
and
good. I
then
was
we
just
can
gonna,
continue with Ethan a little
yeah,
bit.
I was gonna comment that last video everyone saw. That was, I think that was your hacky sack juggling you mentioned, right?
Yep.
That he happened to show. But I will say to everyone that's listening, one of your videos, Ethan, you go through all the basics of juggling, which it's really outstanding right from the beginning. And yeah, so anyway, I would encourage everyone to check out all your videos.
And we'll share.
Thank you very much. And
I think we're
one
gonna
thing I'll-
share. We're gonna share
Yes,
the links with everyone, right? So
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ethan, you were saying something, bud.
well, one thing I'm gonna say to kind of about my videos in juggling and passing against the wall and dribbling is it's really important to practice with both feet, so that you have 2 feet that are strong. You can make your weak foot less weak, and a lot stronger. For me, I had my left foot, which is my weak foot, was super bad for a long time. And it's still not the greatest weak foot in the world, but I have practiced a lot and it has gotten a lot better, which has helped me a ton in games. So just for you guys, if you've ever watched my videos or just not watching my videos and are training on your own, I think it's really important that you practice with both feet.
Great advice.
Ethan, you're gonna be higher. Definitely, you're on our next coach. You're talking like a coach now.
Thank you.
I'm worried about my job here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So Paulo, I suggest maybe we have got some other stuff to share with them. There's a lot of hands going up, and then maybe at the end we can take some of the questions once we get through. See how much time we have left. Questions.
I would just think it maybe yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, we see a lot of people's hands up. Just so you guys are aware, if your hand's up, then I could open up your mic, which means you're going to share with us. Your camera won't be on, but you can talk to us for like 30 seconds to a minute on maybe some ideas that you've been sharing. I am going to show some things that we're also going to share with you. You may have seen them. So maybe you can relate to some of the stuff as well that we're about to show you. Few people asking where we can find Ethan's videos. We will send a follow-up email tomorrow with all the material, including what we're about to share, and of course Ethan's videos to everyone tomorrow. So we'll make sure we get that to everyone in prompt time. So with that, few things we're just going to show you. Resources. We know that there's a lot out there, but there's a few that we want to specifically highlight. First of all, let me just find my screen. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm sharing so many screens here. Okay, there we go. Should be this one. Okay, you should see the NorCal website. Ian, give me a thumbs up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the NorCal website, if you go to play, and again, I'll send you a direct link, and then over to NorCal home play. Okay. You can see here that a great quote from the famous Johan Cruyff about taking advantage of this situation, spending more time with the ball. As Ethan said, you have hopefully time to do it. Hopefully,
Ethan almost said that quote.
I think you did. I think Johan Cruyff quoted Ethan. So there you go. So you can see here we had our Top Year Challenge. We had over 6,000 videos submitted. So those people that took part in that, looking at the leaderboard, and looking at some of the videos, there's some really good ideas. You can look here, you can find some of the ideas that your fellow NorCal players have done on their own. The leaderboard, there's lots of PDP players' names up there. But that's a reference, and congratulations to everyone who took part. We know this wasn't for everyone. Maybe you didn't have access to the app, etc. We understand that. So if you didn't do it or you couldn't do it, no problem. However, we have got a number of exercises here. Again, we've shared this with you before, but we also put in a new one this morning. And Paolo's just going to briefly talk you through this one. I'll play it, and Paolo will talk you through it a little bit.
Yeah, David, you can skip the first part. There's a little bit into maybe sometime you pause. But for everyone, this was back 4 or 5 years ago. We were visiting the Fiorentina, the professional club in Italy. Maybe you want to stop right there. Thank you. Yeah, and the purpose that we showed this is a little bit. You will see more video to give you also other ideas besides like Ethan has done, and there's other ways to do it because now everybody might have um, a wall and a driveway like Ethan where he can hit the ball and turn and hit the ball on the back of the wall, all that. So if you have that, great. If you don't, what are you gonna do? Stop, David. Thank you. So going back to some of the video that we show you is, for example, this one is when we were in Fiorentina. This is very simple. You can even you don't need a cone, you just need a soccer ball in a little space, and you do some footwork. You can put there a bottle of water or a shoe as a point of reference, and now you can let it go. And you can see that there is a voice that explains, so there is some coaching points. There is also the explanation how it is, rolling 3, 4 touches, and then you roll again. It's all to improve because, like Ethan is the classic example. The better you become technically, the quicker you will resolve the challenge that the game give you, because the technique is the purpose of the technique is exactly that. That together with the intelligence, then you know is the part, it complete uh, it complete the technical and the tactical. You need both. But if you don't have this, you can might be with the decision correct, but you don't have the speed or the proper technique to to implement your decision. So another another things that I can share with you, back in the days, and I don't know how many of you knows Sebastian Leggett. Sebastian Leggett was a player that he was very focused, obviously. He went 16 years old. He was drafted by West Ham. He stayed there until 19, 20, and then he came back, and now he's playing for LA Galaxy.
And he's from your
was,
area, right, Paulo?
sorry?
He grew up near you, right?
Yeah, he grew up here in South San Francisco from Argentinian parents. So the dad was going to, he was a baker, he works at night. So when he comes back from work, he will always watch a game, an Argentinian, Boca versus River Plate and so on. And in the morning, when Sebastian was going to school, eating breakfast, he was watching a little bit of the game or part of the game, depends how much time. And then he always memorized, and then he was going in the living room and putting in he had 4 sisters, a mom, and some chairs and couch. He was trying to recreate, or as much as possible, some of the things that he saw in the game, and he was doing it with a soft ball because inside the house, or sometimes with a regular ball. And like everyone else, he was going outside, doing all the possible technical, juggling, hitting the wall, zigzagging, and all that. So again, tonight for us is also important, not only that you do things on your own, but also give you some idea and that maybe spark, and that you can be creative and you can do something more and something different than what you already be doing now. So those are the very important part of this webinar.
Yeah, and it's not just players are in a different circumstances that are learning how to adjust as coaches as well. We're trying to learn from other coaches, and we were fortunate enough to have for a Borussia Dortmund in Germany their U12 coach who done a presentation for our coaches and shared with us what they're doing in Germany to help their technical development. And he was kind enough to share a video, which I'm going to play on my screen in a couple of minutes. And I think what you'll see here is, yes, it's a professional academy club, but everyone is in the same position. Everyone's at home. So you can see players trying to do different things in different spaces, some in the backyard, some in the park, some in the side yard. So, you know, everyone's finding a way across the world to try and develop. And at the end, when we all come back, the people that spent time with the ball on their own are the ones that are going to benefit the most. So just to show you that it's not just here in California, this is a video from Bayern Munich. Not Bayern Munich. Whoops, wrong one. Definitely the wrong one. Borussia Dortmund. I'm glad our friends from Dortmund.
We won't tell them.
So I'll play this. I'll let this run and get some idea. Should I put the audio on or not? Paolo and Ian, do you want the audio on, or should we talk through it, or should we put the audio?
Just share. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are professional players. They're in a professional game, in the professional club. They're not professional yet. But.
I think they asked them to turn some things in, right?
Yeah, they had to submit some videos. I'm sure a lot of you guys, maybe your coaches, have similar challenges.
Like Paulo said, though, the creativity and the things they come up with. And the spaces, look, I mean, it doesn't look like he has much space. Similar to Ethan in his front room.
That's a good one.
Ooh, Ethan. Oh, no, that was a good one.
Pretty impressive.
You'll see in this one as well, guys. Soccer skills, yes, but even just looking after your body, some jump rope, some upper body strength, things that you don't always get the time to work on. You can add that in as well. The water bottle, Paolo.
Okay, Paolo.
And while we're watching this, guys, if you do want to share your ideas, pop your hand up. You can open your mic. Last part, which is coming up soon.
It's just a sidewalk. You can't think. Anything works. Do you have the one that they are tackling the toilet paper?
Sorry, Paolo, I didn't catch that one.
I don't think that's on here on this one.
Okay. Anyway, this group of boys, they also had a challenge to juggle toilet the paper rolls. What do you call that?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We can also share this video with you. We've got permission. We'll share this video. Great. So again, some more resources. Everyone across the world is in the same position. Yeah, and you know, it's really up to you guys. As well as working with the ball, Ian, I'm going to allow you just to quickly talk through some of the resources that we've shared that, but we want to give you guys an idea of. We'll send you a direct link, but we have a number of resources that you guys can also draw upon to learn more about the game, Ian, if you want to.
Yeah, the tactical piece is obviously challenging here, right? We've showed a lot about technique, and you can see the personality of a lot of the people, especially in Ethan as well, that they share with and then there's a physical piece in there. But the tactical piece here, we've put together some video skills compilations, but there are also some documentaries. And then you can certainly watch some of this to start to get an idea tactically of some, maybe you get some ideas from that, or reading about the game. And then in there also we have, I think if you go up a little bit there, David, because some of those are for coaches. Yep. And those are coaches, coaching. Those are kind of the foundation. So a lot of the top part is the coaching part. And then down here we have some that you guys could look at, and they're pretty inspiring videos as well. And it's a matter of not just watching highlights, but if you have the ability to find games that are online, which you could find almost any game, watch some of your favorite teams, some of your favorite players, but try to really watch the entire game, and not just watch the ball, but when there's a wide angle and you can see the whole field, start to watch what the players do and when the ball's not around them and their movement. So that comes down to a lot of the decision making. And then just to bring that back a little bit to Ethan and what Paulo had mentioned earlier, is that we really wanted to show a lot on the technique, because as Paulo said, in order for you to make a decision in the game, the better your technique, then you can speed everything up. And you can see it's what we call handling speed sometimes, or just your ability to handle the ball quickly. So your technical speed with the ball. And you can see with Ethan now, especially, it's almost he's becoming like a master of the ball. So he can do a lot of different things he wants to do with the ball. So in the game, it should help him a lot, because he'll be able to play with his head up. He'll be able to see what's going on around the field. And now he doesn't have to look down and look at the ball as much. So that's kind of where all of this is heading. So now do we want to see if we have, do you have some raised hands there, David?
Yeah.
We have a few raised hands.
So we might want to hear a little bit from them, David, now. So
Yeah.
we might have also some questions for them on that.
Okay, so if I call your name, you've raised your hand, hopefully because you want to share something with us. If you've raised your hand on accident, put it back down, and I'll just go through it randomly. First one I see is Ricky Medina. I'm going to allow you to talk, Ricky. Ricky, go ahead, bud.
It looks like he's on mute. You might be on mute, Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky is on mute.
I'll unmute
It's
him.
on the lower left corner.
I can unmute as well. Talking permitted now.
I think it's on his side.
Yeah. All right. Maybe
We'll come back to you, Ricky.
All right, Eric Melzer, allowed to talk. What you got for us, Eric?
So I've been doing a lot of ball skills, and I've also been doing some speed and agility. Our coach sends out videos almost daily, so I do those, as well as one of the fields nearby hasn't closed yet. So we go there and I practice my finishing since I play forward, and I'm trying to improve a lot of my beating defenders and as well as my ball touch.
Nice.
Very good,
Can
Eric.
you tell everyone, Eric, what region you're with and what club you're with and how old you are?
Yes, I'm with Region 2. I'm 12 and I play for Force North.
Awesome.
Eric, thanks for sharing.
No, it's
So
great.
Eric, I have a question. So how often do you work on your own? So give us an idea of a daily routine, or is a weekly routine?
Okay, so a daily routine for me, I would wake up,
Yeah.
eat breakfast, get ready. I would do anything for school,
Yeah.
and then after school's done,
How
I
many
would take
hours? How many hours they require for school?
around 4 to 5, 6 hours.
So 4
Somewhere
to
around.
6 hours, right? Then let's say that you sleep 10 hours and then you eat for 2 hours. Okay, so we have 18 hours. Okay, go ahead. And
Uh,
then after?
yeah, I spend time in the morning and in the afternoon exercising and doing fitness, speed, agility, and a lot of soccer.
When you
Around
say fitness and speed agility, can you be a little bit more specific exactly what you're doing there?
Yes, so we do things called T exercises. It's quick sprints and then small turns.
Okay,
Then
good. Very good.
I do some footwork almost daily. I do
With the ball?
yes, with and without.
Okay. And without the ball, footwork, how do you do the footwork without the ball?
Quick in, quick out, 2 feet in, 2 feet out. Then
Speed
Do you have a
ladder?
ladder?
yes, I have a ladder.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
So if you don't have a ladder, what would you do the same things? Would you be able to do it anyway?
Yeah, you can use lines on the ground. You
Yeah.
can. Sometimes I just use it without a ladder. I just go in and out.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent.
Love it.
And when you're able to go to the field, right? You said not everyone is lucky like you probably, and hopefully a lot of you are lucky like Eric. They can have a piece of glass or a little bit where you can take a shot or dribbling or do the. So what you do on the field when you go to that field that is still open?
So I start stretching, and then I do ball skills. So between cones, dribbling, or
Okay,
between
sure.
something.
Are you able also to take shots?
Yes, when the goals are not taken, my dad and I use them.
Mhm.
And sometimes my dad can't go, so I just use them by myself.
Okay.
And
Or maybe you can use your dad as a target. No, just kidding. Uh, I have a question. So, are you both footed, or are you right-footed or left-footed?
I'm generally right-footed, but I've really worked on my left foot, and I
Or
score
you?
almost more goals with my left than my right.
So you agree, you confirm what Ethan was saying earlier, right? Working on your
Yeah.
weak foot. Okay, great, Eric. I don't know.
Thank you, Eric. That was
Thank you very
outstanding.
much, Eric. That was
Yeah.
great sharing that with us.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Anyone
we've got-
else there, Robo?
I think we've got a budding Ethan Carr. Yeah, there's plenty of people with their hands
Yeah.
up. We've
Yep.
got a few. We've got a few more. We
So we
have.
pick, let's say we have 7-8 minutes. Let's pick 2 more,
Mhm,
and then we
mhm.
close down.
Let's go, Curtis Lynch. Curtis Lynch, you have. Oh no, I'm not going to promote you to a panelist. I'm going to allow you to talk. Oh, it's not letting me do that now. Allowed to talk. There you go. Okay, you need to become a panelist. That's fine. Curtis.
Curtis is on. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Your
it is.
camera's
Oh,
on
video
as well.
too.
Hey, Curtis, even with the
Curtis.
video.
All
Oh,
right.
awesome.
Welcome to the panel. Can
Welcome.
you tell us your age and where you're at, your club, and
So I'm in Region 6, and I'm 12, and I play for Sacramento United.
Okay.
great.
Who is your coach, Curtis?
Andrew Bailey,
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. What position you play?
goalkeeper.
Great.
Oh, good
Good.
team. Goalkeeper, because
So-
we. Okay, curious.
Yep.
A lot of stuff is like different for me, for footwork and handling, and a lot more components are go into it. But I've been training in my backyard with my skills goal, and I have 2 personal trainers that I train with about 5 times a week, and they help me with footwork, handling the ball, and distribution, right and left foot, in my both hands.
All right.
Are you doing this through Zoom or do you meet the
It's in person.
in person?
Yeah.
I hope you keep a social distancing.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, be safe.
Yeah. So do
That's
you
good. So
feel,
you have a routine already.
yeah, go
Yes.
ahead, Ian,
Yeah.
if you have a question, otherwise.
No, go ahead, Paulo.
So do you feel now that because of this time, and you had, because I was talking earlier with Ethan coming before you guys were coming on, and it seems like that Ethan he said, now I have even more time to do the before the coronavirus coming. So do you feel then because you do this, some of the area of the game has improved?
Yes. So before, I've been training like with my club, 3 times a week and usually games on the weekend.
Yeah,
But now everything has changed.
yeah,
I've gotten a lot more time on my hands, so I'll wake up and have breakfast and get ready for the day. And then some days I'll go out and jog or play in my backyard in my skills goal. And but now I have, like, as I said, I have a lot more time on my hands, so I could meet up with personal trainers and like try hard. And when we go back to training, I could like improve on all my elements of play, and I could outplay all of the other people that maybe don't put as much time into training.
yeah. Very good, very good. So for all of you that are listening to this, it is again, sometime adversity, if you turn it around, it become a advantage. So now you put in the time, and Curtis, I guarantee you that when you come back, you will be in the part of the technical mainly, because obviously the game is not, you need a team. And the other part, that you will be a much better goalkeeper than you were before this pandemic. Absolutely, because the
Thank
time,
you,
if you
Curtis.
put the time and the work, always pay off. Always pay off.
Thank
Okay, maybe last one, David.
Thank you,
Let's
Curtis.
go.
That was great.
Thanks,
Thank
Curtis.
you. Always good to hear from a goalkeeper. But yes, please, knockout, please practice safe social distancing.
Yes,
So please,
definitely.
that's our message always. As tempting as it is to do a little bit extra training with someone, our message is stay away and we'll get on the field sooner. How about Ricardo Valencia? Let's see, Ricardo Valencia, what you have for us. Ricardo, you can talk.
¿Cómo estás, Ricardo?
There he goes.
Ricardo.
Yeah.
Hello, Ricardo.
So I'm a goalkeeper.
Another goalie.
Yeah.
Great. What area are you in? What's your club again?
Earthquakes.
Yeah.
SMC Earthquakes.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 11 years old. Just turned 11
Okay.
in March. And my usual schedule is probably in my yard here. I practice with my dad goalkeeping and foot skills outside, because outside of the box, if I ever run into a situation when I have the ball, I can just practice with it and then see if it ever happens in an actual game.
Yep. Smart. And it will.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the other side of goalkeeping as well. Is we were fortunate to have the director of goalkeeping from Barcelona Youth Academy do a presentation for our coaches, and he was stressing how important the foot skills are, and when Barcelona look for their goalkeepers, that's a huge part. So his encouragement to his goalkeepers right now during the lockdown is to work on their feet, because that's a valuable asset and something that they really look for. So the fact you're working on your feet is going to help your game enormously. So well done.
Thank you, Ricardo.
Very
That was
good.
great. Keep it up.
David, there is a question here that I want to address from Ricky Medina, and this is a little bit for all of you. Ricky is asking, how important is the strength training at my age is Region 5, under 12 from Napa.
Yep.
And I'll give you my answer, then I'll let David add it if they have anything to add it. At your age at the moment, what is important is agility on the physical part. Remember, we have the 4 areas in the player: technique, tactical, physical, and personality. On the physical part, at your age, strength is not that important yet. Okay? So your priority should be more in agility, footwork, what, for example, Eric and I believe also Curtis shared with us, and you saw some of the video for Dartmouth, and I'm sure then Ethan is still doing some of that, but footwork, ladder, agility, quick sprint, uh, type of coordination, take care of your posture, balance. If you have a ball, you can dribble it around and try to stand on the ball. Make sure there is no asphalt or there is any object nearby that if you fall, you don't break your head or something else. But strengthening is not, don't be there and do push up all day long to try to be, or definitely stay away from weight. Okay. And by doing this exercise, you automatically strengthen enough. But at this time, that is the most important. But again, take your time. Right now, the area where you can improve the most, because you're working by yourself, is obviously the physical, but even more important, the technique. So
Yep.
keep in mind that.
I
Ball
agree.
and do the most that you can.
Yeah, I was sharing with Ian this morning that I heard a podcast yesterday from a top academy coach, and they said that a ball against the wall in 30 minutes can give you over 1,000 touches. The average player, academy player, touches the ball maybe 60 to 70 times in every game. So you can get 12, the equivalent of 12 games worth of touches in 30 minutes against the wall. And I think that's what's going to really help the time with the ball, as Paulo mentioned, more than anything.
And I would add, be sure you don't neglect the physical piece just to stay in shape. Like Paulo mentioned, just if you're working with the ball and doing a lot of what we've watched, just that alone. But maybe you're having more of your mom's cooking and you're at home a lot right now, and so just to stay on top of your fitness as well. But just exactly with what Paulo mentioned. And with that, David, there was one question I think it'd be good for Paulo to address. It was, when do we get to get back on the field, Paulo?
Yes, I was gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just were one step ahead of me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, that's good. Well, again, as I said at the beginning, nobody knows when we will get back. Of course, all of us hope they sooner than later. But for sure, every day that goes by is one day closer than when we will start. So we have to stay positive because we will resume. Could be sometime in the summer, or maybe with a new season in August or end of August. So we'll see. We stay close, and we will definitely inform you as soon as we hear anything. Okay. Hopefully, all of you with your club can resume some type of training. Maybe it can be individual training within the team, respecting the social distancing. I know the North Cal is working very hard and lobbying with many other clubs in the North Cal area with the politics and presenting that we can return in a safe environment by doing not a full training like it was at first, but at least do something they all of you can return as a team, maybe a team of 10 players, maybe, 3 or 4 different stations where everybody keep the proper distancing and you can do something that at least is together. And that will be, let's call it for us, the first phase. And then hopefully few weeks later or a month later can go in phase 2 where they might let some form of training going. On another note, just looking what's going on way above us, which is the professional game, where the first team now a lot of countries, I know Germany already returned and they allow team training, and I think next week they start with the league. Mm-hmm. I know Italy today voted the next week, and this is just fresh. They allow the team train again. So slowly things are start opening up, and hopefully it's going to open up for us as well.
Yep. Great.
Well, there's definitely some light at the end of a long and dark tunnel, and I read a very good quote. Actually, I heard the quote from one of our coach clinicians last weekend. We can either get through this or we can grow through it. And I think the messages here are grow through it, whether it be growing your mental strength, your relationship with the ball, your social skills around the house with your family, and prioritizing things. I think is really important that you guys focus on growing through this, because we will get through it. There's no doubt. So,
yep.
Paulo,
I have just
words.
Quick from Peter, because he follow up with a question. And I assume that Peter is a young, under 13 or younger. No weight at your age. No. Period. No.
Peter's taller than you and I, Paulo. So that's Peter.
Okay. Well,
yeah. So
still the bones still
that's right.
Forming.
Yep. More time with the ball, Peter.
Yeah. Stay patient. You will build up later on. There is always time for that. Right now, ball.
I'll give you the final word, Paulo. I just say that, thanks everyone for coming on. Thank you so much, Ethan. Yeah. Keep up the great work.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, we really appreciate you being on here, and you're a great example to everyone. And you're still going to be faced with the same challenges going forward. I think it's important for everyone to understand, right? You're going to keep going and try to earn your position on your team and in PDP and just continuing. But you're on an outstanding path, so keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Yep, and thanks for coming on. And for everyone else, hopefully we got the message across that, you can obviously see all the training that Ethan's done on his own. He's doing that before this all hit, where he had to be at home all the time. And that's a message we want to continue to get across to everyone of doing as much as you can, training on your own. Let's remember the personality piece, that we see all of you as being the ambassadors in your area, so to speak. You're representing PDP, which means that's a higher level, and you've been selected for a reason. And so that even translates being at home and helping your family and helping your mom and dad and your brothers and sisters and being a good person. And remember, we always talk about, that the life part comes first, where you're a good person, and then we talk about school, and then we can talk about the football or the soccer. So just keep that in mind, especially during these times, and stay safe. And we're planning to have everyone back the way that we ended. We're planning to start again in the fall. That's our plan right now, so that we can pick up where we left off in the PDP. And we're hoping that's sooner than later. But like Paulo and David both mentioned, please be sure to follow all the guidelines from the federal government and the state, and then from your local county and the guidelines that they set forth. So stay strong. Much love to your families from us and support, and hope to see all of you soon. Stay safe. Give you the final word there, Paulo.
Well, you just said it. Thanks, everyone, and always appreciate what you have. Don't look at what you're missing.
Great. And then just for everyone's a few questions, you will be sent a copy of this interview, the links to Ethan's videos, the links to the Dortmund video, and then any of the material, any of the other material we've shared, we'll send it out in an email tomorrow. So on behalf of everyone at NorCal again, thanks for joining. Stay safe and good night. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Bye.
See you.
Take care.